This is the winner of the giveaway. And now I will show you the new skins that I will be giving away for Christmas. The first skin is the mythical musical black hockey mask. And the second one is the mythical wealthy chill PTW. Within the snowing tundra of Polaris, you will be able to bear witness to many organisms, starting from the harmless and defenseless fresh spawns to the most dangerous of them all. I have 7,000 hours and I'm good. With that explained, you can expect to see and understand how they act and behave in the frosty lands of Polaris. The fresh spawn's life starts like any other, emerging from the snow caverns to venture into any nearby loot locations to acquire the tools it needs in order to stay alive, usually after a short time after making their first steps into a contested area. It will be either put down by more evolved creatures or actually acquire some useful stuff to help them survive. While all of them are similar, some of them may be extremely aggressive in their expeditions, and others will quietly move around the map in order to secure resources and construct a primitive shelter. Unless you get ambushed by a group of these, they shouldn't pose a threat. This stage lasts only for a short period of time, as a little friend quickly evolves into a juvenile snowman. They may start focusing on some season quests to stabilize their gameplay, but others will start rushing gathering resources in order to get their nets sorted out and secured. You can often find these creatures in small groups roaming around outskirts of cities and points of interest with Moses basic shotguns, sometimes using the grill and haze weapons. Their behavior is usually rather aggressive, since there is a lot to gain and close to nothing to lose. The third stage of evolution is the one most commonly seen. At this stage, the snowman will already frequently venture into military locations, allowing it to swiftly hunt down less developed creatures. It will also start spending more time in the mine to improve the safety of its nest, along with starting to craft the mechanical lotuses. The snowman can be easily spotted in Fort Evergreen and Intelligence. They are usually equipped in some military armor and some Bevlar from stashes sprinkled into certain parts, and will use heavily modded walnuts, merlins, and in some occasions you meet them, they will use an MP9 or a B-50 extractor as a backup weapon. It will also actively try to get itself a gas mask to head into the Fear Peak power plant in order to get the gear it needs to evolve into the next stage. This creature is the source of nightmares for many living on Polaris. It will usually be in a larger group and live in a very secure gamer den. It will behave extremely aggressively, using dirty tactics and precise shots to take down their targets. They will usually be equipped in full Bevlar upgraded gear, often seen with F11s, even more modded walnuts, creases, or using the penumbra. At this point, their den is an unbreachable fortress that could only be broken into by another group on equal footing, usually having walls out of the strongest materials, and their walls are honeycombed to the extreme. And they will either live in an enclosed underground space, or outside, where they can construct a tower to overlook everyone and everything below them, giving them the ability to become a nuisance in the area by shooting at any moving target. At this point, their fights can range from camping on a hill with a DMR to a full Congo assault on enemy position. Unless they are facing other creatures of their kind, any less developed beings will be, most of the time, disintegrated and their loot scrapped to upgrade their base even further, thus keeping the food chain intact and their position safe and secure. Some may have their retinas burned out from using too much gamma and will not see you if you have camo matching the surrounding snow and stay still. If they live in a group, they will usually send a squad to the dead zone to acquire more equipment for the entire troop. You usually won't see them unless you are around the power plant, because they will only be residing around that area most of the time, until they get bored or fulfill their daily quota. They will be aggressive, because they carry plenty of loot on their back, and can't afford to lose it. And finally, the last creature being the Snow Predator. Using full PMC gear with roughly the same armament as in the previous stage, this one will no longer focus on stuff like upgrading the nest and making it more secure, as it is at peak of its capability to defend. Instead, it will search for blood and spread terror across those who come across it. If you see it, it is recommended to flee. Keep safe. If you followed along this far, thanks a lot, and you should consider subscribing, and remember to comment your favorite stage of evolution. Also big thanks to the members from my Discord that helped me record some of the footage, that being Kabuki Boy and Benito Swagolini. Very nice.